No scripts, no filters, just real conversations. I'm Cathy Townsend. Let's talk. Welcome to Townsend Unplugged, a podcast built for real conversations in a world that often avoids them. This is a personal venture by Cathy Townsend, and it's not affiliated with any political office or campaign. Expect honesty, tough topics, laughter, disagreement, and truth. Nothing rehearsed, nothing censored, just people talking openly. So this is our second episode of our podcast, and I hope that you're going to be coming in and asking me questions and telling me things that you want to talk about. But we want to start off like we did our first one with let's get this straight. And there's a lot of things we really need to get straight this time around, let me tell you. So first of all, I want to say that in the first podcast, we talked a little bit about the airport and the data centers. I do want to get something straight. The data center was waiting and pausing till Tallahassee came out on something. As you all know, the governor was going to put some language out there. Well, he hasn't signed the bill yet, but there are some bills. So the data center has made its rounds yesterday through speaking with the commissioners, and they are going to be coming back sometime in May. Those of you that know me know I like to be transparent, so I'm just letting you know that they have decided to come back to St. Lucie County and try to make something move forward. I can't tell you where that's going to end, but if you don't want them, or if you do want them, you should be calling your county commissioners and letting your voice be heard. As far as the airport, we talked about that for a little bit. I want to give you an update on that. And that is your current commissioners, the four of them, decided that they are not happy with the decisions that your prior board has made. And they wanted to go back to the drawing board. That's right. They wanted to go back to the drawing board. So they're going back out for an RFP because they don't like the hotel that's been trying to come here. And they don't like some of the other things that were trying to come here. And so they decided that they wanted to go back out for RFPs, with the exception of just a few parcels. And one of the parcels that they want to talk about and that they decided they were going to negotiate was with a company that they wanted to give 90 acres to that wants to come out with an FBO. I, of course, was the lone soldier. I voted no, because if you can't show me your money, then I'm not going to give you my approval. So this company has yet to come in and give me their financials to show me that they can afford it. But I know they're out there asking people to finance it for them. And so therefore, it's no for me. With that said, also, Teresa Aronson, our lovely executive director of the Chamber of Commerce, decided that when she was sitting in another board meeting and an update was being given on the airport, and it was stated that the commissions decided to take a step backwards and go back out for an RFP. That conversation ended. Another board member came forward and said, well, what about the airlines? I responded and made sure I said, I believe, not the board, I, Cathy Townsend, believe that airlines won't be here for at least the next 2 years. That was just my personal opinion based on the direction the board was going. And so for that reason, you know, I know that staff is slow to respond. I know that there's still things that we're trying to get together out there at the airport. And with the direction of them taking and going backwards with the RFP, in my personal opinion, I'm thinking 2 years. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it'll be a year. I hope it'll be 6 months. But Teresa Aronson, she should not have been sitting there on her cell phone texting current sitting county commissioners, letting them know that I just said that the board decided to have nothing to do with bringing the airlines here. That wasn't said. And for those of you that would like the proof, please notify me, because I have the recording and I'm happy to share it with you, that you can listen and clearly hear that I stated I. So Teresa, do better. So I talked about people coming to the meetings and confronting the board. I want to make it perfectly clear. Those of you that know me know that I have no problem sharing my opinion and telling you how I feel. I did not put any of those people up. I didn't even know they were coming to the meetings. And if I have something to say, I'm going to say it to your face. I don't need to put somebody up to come to a meeting and saying anything for me. And for those of you that know me, I think you all know that. Moving on from that, another conversation that has come up is, I want y'all to tell me, I want you to come to my site and tell me, the board decided that our county administrator deserved a $20,000 a year raise. Now, I kind of have a little problem with that since it's only been 2 years. And my main concern was our county attorney, a legal law degree. He's going to make what a lawyer makes, not only what a lawyer makes, but a lawyer that's been there for 30 years. So I'm really trying to wrap my head around, how does somebody that came into a position that was not degreed or had the training to be a county administrator, although I do think he's a smart guy and he's done a good job and rose to the occasion at most things. But how does he compare with somebody with a law degree of 30 years and making the same salary of $260,000 a year? I'm still trying to figure that one out. Maybe y'all can help me. So, go into Townsend Unplugged and let me know how you think about that one too. So with all that said, I hope that can give you a little bit of an update. And the other thing I do want to point out also is that Commissioner Fowler also decided that one day when I wasn't there and a resident came forward concerned about non-conforming lots. Non-conforming lots, most of you aren't going to know what that is. However, it's a lot that has county roadage, frontage. It looks like it should be a legal lot. You go through a realtor, you go through an attorney, you go through title insurance, and you look like you have a legal lot and you buy it. And then when you decide to come in and get a building permit, you're told that you can't. Because anything after 1986 or 89, there are certain things that property can't be divided. So for 7 years, I've tried to correct that. Commissioner Fowler and Commissioner Leet, who currently sit on that board, have discussed this for the last 3 years. It comes up every single year I bring it up. When this resident came forward and asked if the board would support me in getting something done under public comment, and he went to walk away, Commissioner Fowler decided to say, we normally don't respond under public comment, but I'm led to. And we have a protocol that we have to follow, and obviously Commissioner Townsend has not done that. Well, Commissioner Townsend has done that because 3 months prior at an informal meeting, the only topic we talked about was non-conforming lots. And when staff gave the report, and I suggested us having this conversation, it fell on deaf ears. So Commissioner Fowler was inaccurate in stating that I don't follow protocol. Do not question my integrity because I do follow the law. And at our next meeting when I was present, I had the paperwork and the minutes to prove that that was discussed. So the drama, the nastiness, it really is unbecoming and it needs to stop. Let's move forward. We work for the people. We're here to do the right thing. We need to put our personal agendas to the side. We need to do what we have to do. And that's not attending functions and events and taking pictures and posting them on Facebook. It's going to people that need help, need assistance, picking up the phone, helping them with code violations, helping them with house permits, because that's what they elected us to do. So it's time to take the ugliness out of politics and get back to what politics should be. And that's showing up for work and serving your constituents. Ending with that, I think we need to talk about, let's moving forward, because I know the first podcast and this podcast has been a lot about politics. And I don't want that. I want this to be about everything. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about something in another country, the world, Washington, D.C., make sure you send me a message or a link, call me. I want to know some of the questions that you want to talk about. This podcast is also going to start to have guests. And if you'd like to be a guest on the podcast and something you want to share, I'm open to that. We're also going to have sponsors coming in. And I do want to give a little bit of a shout out to an upcoming healthcare company, Live Hardy. They're in Stewart, but the owners of that company have been very gracious in supporting a lot of people, a lot of businesses in St. Lucie County. So for those of you, especially women, they have a lot of things and services that they provide. So I hope that you'll look them up. It's Live Hardy in Stewart, Florida. With all that said, I think that we're all looking forward to moving slowly into our Easter and having some downtime. And I hope that you will follow, and there's a lot more to come in this podcast. So I hope you'll join me. Please share this podcast video. And again, I look forward to your questions and make sure you contact me. Have a great day and happy Easter, everyone. Real conversations start when we actually listen. Thanks for being here. I'm Cathy Townsend. Till next time.